let's talk about how we make primary amines. So make primary amines. All the methods I'm going to talk about use the SN2 reaction. And we're going to give 3 methods. So one method is SN2 with ammonia. When we talked about doing SN2 reactions, we didn't use amines all that much for the SN2, but you can do SN2 reactions with amines. And ammonia is great because it's really easy just to dump a whole lot of ammonia. So an sp3 nitrogen is not a great SN2 nucleophile, but if you use enough of it, you get by just fine with it. So we'll use an excess of ammonia. This ammonia will attack, kick out the bromide. We have to do a little proton cleanup at the end. We have to remove the extra hydrogen off the nitrogen. We'll do that at the end of the reaction. But this very directly and easily gives us a primary amine. Okay, that's the first method. We can also do this with sodium azide. I love sodium azide. There are a lot of variations of this chemistry. It doesn't all, they don't always use azide. There are things called the Gabriel amine synthesis, but I'll just show azide. Then we get this azide. Now I promise you we're going to make primary amines, and that is not a primary amine. So we have to do some chemistry on the azide to convert it to the amine. And as it turns out, if we treat this with hydrogen and palladium on carbon, we will reduce the azide and we will get our primary amine. Fantastic. And we use an SN2 reaction to do it. Lastly, we'll talk about doing an SN2 reaction with sodium cyanide. So we'll take again our alkyl halide. Doesn't have to be a bromide, could be a chloride, could be an iodide. And we'll treat this with sodium cyanide. You know, what solvent? Maybe DMSO, one of our good polar aprotic solvents. Cyanide attacks, does our SN2. And again, we're stuck with a compound. This is not a primary amine, so we'll have to do some additional chemistry to convert this nitrile to an amine. So there are 2 options. We can treat this with hydrogen and palladium on carbon, just like we did the azide, or, don't write both of these, or we can treat it with lithium aluminum hydride, followed by water. Either one of those methods, not both, will give us, oh boy, made the mistake I wanted to point out. Either one of those methods will give us an amine, a primary amine. Now notice that our product here contains an extra carbon. In particular, it's that carbon. Well, it added a carbon because our nucleophile contained an extra carbon. So when you use cyanide, you're going to extend your chain by 1 carbon. Regardless, these are all really easy, very efficient, popular methods for making primary amines.